full year, and that lets you save.
Who cares?
True Form Life.
Green lookum.
Welcome to Exploring Mind and Body with Drew Tadia. Drew is an expert in nutrition, fitness, lifestyle, and more. And he wants to help you live a healthier, longer, and more active life. Now here's your host, Drew Tadia.
Welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our True Form Life community. Whether you're listening on terrestrial radio across the country or as a podcast around the world, we certainly wouldn't be here without you. Today I'm bringing on another fantastic guest. We have Christine Bullock, and she will tell you she's not related to Sandra Bullock. Seriously though, this is a fantastic interview. I am so grateful we had the opportunity to sit down together and have a conversation about lifestyle and goals, even skincare, and how we're gonna say living a healthy lifestyle in a non-so weight loss type of way. The proper way to plan your workouts efficiently to see results in 20 minutes. So you don't have to sit around clanging weights or doing cardio for an hour and a half, which is old news. And then she's going to talk about nutrition as well and how she feels that you can live a healthy lifestyle by eating colorful foods and staying away from maybe counting calories or watching that scale, because we don't need to do it. Once again, this was so much fun. We had so much in common, and I'm so grateful that Christine took some time out of her busy day as an entrepreneur, as a brand, not just a brand ambassador. She's got her own little empire she's running. And I suppose there isn't much little about it. Christine's got a huge following, and we're so grateful that she took the time to share some of her time with us today. So sit back and enjoy. We got all that coming up on...
This is Exploring Mind and Body. Naturally improve your lifestyle one show at a time with your host, Drew Tadia.
All right, welcome to another edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. You heard all about Christine in the introduction, so without further ado, welcome to the show, Christine.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, Drew.
It's our pleasure. So we like to jump into content right away, and let's do it. I would like to give you a chance to talk to our listeners for a moment here. Could you tell us who you are, what you do, and how you got into it?
Yes, absolutely. I am Christine Bullock, not related to Sandra Bullock, which I get questions every single day. And I am, I guess, a health and wellness beauty expert. I have been working in the industry for like 20 years now. Although I was a ballerina for almost 20 years before that. And then became a yoga instructor through college, studied behavioral psychology and education, which allows me, I feel like, to communicate to my clients very well and to understand the basis of wellness, which is very much emotional and psychological. And then I added on many certifications, classical Pilates. I have a massage therapy background, just regular fitness, added a bunch of nutrition. When you're doing it for 20 years, you just, want to continue learning. And then I also added pre and postnatal, learning it from yoga to a doula, all of that kind of stuff. So I prepare women for delivery, not just in the sense of like staying fit and healthy during their pregnancy. And in addition, I've always lived this double life. And so I wasn't raised, or I didn't grow up with much money. So I've always had 3 jobs since I was like 15 years old. And this is how I've been able to live this dual life. But I always worked in the beauty industry as well. So also through college, while I was a yoga instructor, I worked at one of the first Sephora's in the United States. And it was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is where I'm from, surprisingly. And I worked there for almost 6 years. I kind of progressed. I became one of their national trainers. And so I trained all the new employees in skincare, health, and makeup and beauty, and also in fragrance. And I learned a lot from them. We learned from the biggest skincare in the industry. And around this time was when skincare was evolving into anti-aging skincare. So we had Dr. Perricone, Dr. Murad, Juice Beauty, among so many other brands. Anastasia Brow's makeup, everything was evolving at that time. And we learned directly from, the heads of the companies. So I took that and I continued to evolve, and I worked with plastic surgeons all over Beverly Hills when I moved here and went into surgery with them and worked with microcurrent and neuroscience and beauty. And it eventually evolved, and it's always a long story because I've had this kind of dual relationship in beauty and fitness and nutrition from me teaching into a body care brand, KAYO Body Care, which means knockout, because there wasn't anything in the industry. And I was I was working with women every single day, and we were toning our bodies and our muscles, but we were noticing the skin changing all over our body, and there wasn't anything out there. So we really call it like Pilates for the skin or fit skin. Whether you like to work out or don't like to work out, our skin is our biggest organ, and it is that wellness for the biggest organ. So that was kind of the development. And it's interesting how the dual lives really fit together, I think, for complete body care.
Is there anything that you don't do?
I don't like doing dishes.
You have a dishwasher, I'd imagine?
Not my wellness. Yeah.
Okay, so is there anything in particular you're most passionate about?
I am truly passionate about what wellness means, and I'm so glad that that's my career. From the time I was 3, I begged to get into ballet, and I love movement, and I love moving the body. And my dad was into biology and science. He taught that. My mom was in psychology. So I think it's the perfect meld. Like, I love in a grassroots kind of effort where me learning what works for me, and I've had a lot of downs and ups. It's never been like a complete wellness, but I love learning from that and applying that in a grassroots way to each person I run into. And so, because I feel like if we learn internally what makes us happy, then everything evolves from that. Life is easier. And then they grassroots apply that to their families and their friends. And it becomes this, great balanced homeostasis of people around you, which is really what we're all after.
Trueform Life.
Before we get into the show, I just want to mention Complete Truth Protein. This is a plant-based protein supplement that we've designed ourselves at Trueform. And the reason I designed it is because I felt like there was a need in the industry. Now, when I was traveling around the world, and I literally had a tackle box full of supplements and products and vitamins that did a whole lot more damage than good. So when I started doing more personal training and fitness classes, people would ask me what types of supplements I would recommend. And I always say, eat food. So that's why I've designed Complete Truth Protein around food. It's made with quinoa and hemp seeds. And one of the main benefits that it offers is improved digestion. So many of us deal with digestion issues on a regular basis. It also gives you a natural boost of energy. So if you head over to trueformlife.com/complete truth protein, we have tons of more details, videos, recipes, and everything you need to get going in the right direction with a good quality protein supplement. trueformlife.com/complete truth protein.
Trueform Life.
Let's get into some more nutrition, fitness specifics, I suppose. When it comes to fitness, what's your message, or what do you like to share with individuals of the way that you teach lifestyle through fitness?
I think it should be something like anything else. The rest of life can be stressful or hard in ways, and fitness should be something that you absolutely love. Movement, your body loves movement, and it doesn't matter, what that is. So if you're hating going to the gym, find something else that you love. If Pilates is not your thing, then go to CrossFit. Find something that feeds your soul as you are doing the fitness portion of it. In addition to that, in the sense of fitness, because I can kind of digress completely in nutrition and beauty and all that, I've evolved. I'm getting close to 40 years old, and I've really evolved in my workouts, where Evolution20 was one of the first workout programs I created. And we had high intensity in there, and we had Pilates, we had yoga. I've kind of always thought about making sure your fitness program is well balanced, so that like with high intensity, you're not always hitting on your joints, and we're stretching and we're doing that. But I've evolved it even more into my 40s, and in the sense that I sit a lot more at a computer. So I think of complete wellness in my workouts, where I'm revamping my posture, rebalancing it every single day because we're always sitting or looking at our phones or our tech, our computers. And just strengthening around the joints. And it's always been less about losing weight and more about feeling good. But in that sense, you always end up hitting your main goal when you're loving it and when it's an effective, efficient program, which is what I think in the sense of training joints and all of that, you're going to get that because that's how athletes perform naturally. They don't just do bicep curls. They are doing these like 180 kind of movements around with all their joints and hitting all these beautiful muscles to give a nice refined look to the body.
It's so nice to hear. I got to tell you, because we like try to stay away from weight loss. And we say that if you're living a healthy lifestyle and you're doing the things that you should be doing and being active and eating right, then weight loss is a byproduct of living a healthy lifestyle. It comes off naturally and you find your proper weight. But I almost feel like I feel like so many people are just like weight loss. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe, do I have it wrong? Maybe we should just be doing weight loss. Some days I'm like,
I know.
Let's just do weight loss.
It's funny. The first, I worked with one of the biggest, like fitness DVD series when I first started, and I made a DVD series for somebody else, and they come in and they train you in the terms to say, and you have to say love handles and, all of I can't even think of the terms because I don't know the saddlebags, that kind of stuff and compare. And I had to say it for them, but I moved so far away from that because it's just about feeling really great. And, adding the nutrition into that. Mine has always been because I've had low thyroid. I've gained tons of weight. I've had hormonal issues, different hormones, like low hormone this, low hormone that. You gain a lot of weight. It's very hard to come off. I have PCOS. It's also another thing. So I understand all of that. Like, I'm not the kind of person that's like, I've just been this way my entire life. But when I rebalance my system and I'm eating really well, and even if I'm doing 20-minute workouts a day, which is honestly all the time I have nowadays, but they're super efficient, I just drop the weight like that. But more importantly, I feel good. I'm a good mom. I'm in a good mood. I'm a good wife. I'm a good boss. I was going to say employee, but I don't like working for people. I have my own businesses.
So it's so hard working for other people.
I work for my daughter, though. She's my boss. So.
Okay. So I love the 20-minute workout thing. And a lot of times people say, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time. So when you're running your business and you have kids and family, you have time. What do you tell your fans and followers when they say, I just don't have time for a workout?
Yeah, you absolutely do. I mean, I either do it, I wake up, I get the kid ready, I drop her off, and I do my 20-minute workout before I start. Or, it's during her naps on the weekends, or it's when I put her to bed at night and I just do a 20, 30-minute workout while one of my shows is on, get it done, go to bed. And honestly, even at night, my workouts feel great. So they're like stretching from the day too. So it's not like I'm just jumping around and sweating and it's maybe intense for the evening before you go to bed. But there's always time, and you just schedule it in like you would schedule a work meeting or picking up the kids or anything else. I have not gone to the gym or out to a workout in 2 to 3 months. I have not had any time. And honestly, and I want to say this, in LA, a lot of people do like these 60-minute workouts, or girls will do like 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes on the weekends you hear all the time and think that that's great. And I've done that before when I was purely in the fitness industry and didn't have another skincare brand, and I love trying different things and I was really strong, but I actually gained more weight because I was wearing out my metabolism and my energy levels. So the body holds on to the weight if you work out even too much and when you're under stress. So it's actually, and then I do these 20-minute workouts at home and I can take the weight off like this, so I think it's finding that happy balance too. If you're stressing out to getting to the gym, if you're stressing out to getting the workout, it should be a short, effective workout, not like laying there, but
Shavasana.
Sweating here at home. Yeah.
Well, I think it's so challenging for people to hear that.
True Form Life.
Just want to take a minute to mention Complete Truth Protein again. This is a protein supplement that we designed at True Form. We believe in food. We believe food heals, cures, and prevents. That's why this product is much different than your conventional types of products. Unfortunately, packed with chemicals, preservatives, toxins that our body doesn't know how to utilize, digest, and absorb. So that's why Complete Truth Protein can help improve your digestion and will offer a natural boost of energy. You can find more details at trueformlife.com/Complete Truth Protein.
Trueform Life.
Tell me about your philosophy when it comes to nutrition. Like, I love the 20-minute workouts and being more efficient with your time. Like, I feel like an hour and a half is like old school. It's like, what are you doing yourself? Like, we don't live in the bodybuilding world anymore. Yeah. When it comes to nutrition, where do you lead? How do you find your niche when you talk to your clients?
Yeah, I feel like, again, I've experienced it all and I love to try it myself. My mom, I grew up on pork chops and meatloaf and stuff like that. And then my mom suddenly went pescatarian. And so one year we had Thanksgiving with like all fish and she apologized later on. So we'll go back. So then I grew up without red meat. I don't remember eating it. And I ate a lot of fish and I think we ate I'm not sure if I ate chicken too. And anyway, so when I moved here, I became a vegetarian and then I tried being a vegan. I had digestive issues. And so I was like, well, let me try this. And then I had energy issues from being a vegan and some of the hormonal things. Many of the doctors had said, you just need a little bit more protein in your life, especially because of how much energy I was extending as a fitness person every single day. So whether it's that or not, what I learned through all of that was a healthy balance. And now what I am is I just think about what the world needs and what was given to us originally in this world. And we live off of the land. That's what we did. And so most of the things, let's say we're living in the olden days, then we lived off of plants mainly, and we lived seasonally. And so I'm eating during fall, I'm eating the root vegetables, the squash, the purple potatoes, the beets. During the summer, the watermelon, all those fresh foods that are very hydrating for me and for my skin because it's so dry. There's oranges in the winter because they have the vitamin C. But it's also seasonal. And so I believe, it's better for the environment that way. But on top of it, and then if we had a chicken, it laid eggs. If we, had a cow, it gave us milk. So we didn't actually eat that much. So once in a while, I'll eat some chicken or I'll eat some red meat because they would provide that one chicken for the entire family. So you can, going back to the old muscle builders of like chicken and broccoli, we're consuming so much and we don't have to consume that much. A little bit is fine. And so I kind of think about it that way, sustainable, but I absolutely love a beautiful, colorful diet. One other thing I really believe in is getting your food allergies tested, which I do. And I recently did again. And it's amazing. And I also got like every single omega, every single vitamin in my body, because you can then see it applied to the foods that you're eating. But what I find is that people who are holding on to weight that they can't do, there are some major allergy foods that they can typically get rid of. And that's individual to them. And the weight will drop off like this. In addition, like it may not give you a tummy ache, and some will, and you'll see that go away too, but it sends an autoimmune response in your belly body that you might not even be aware of, which is aging you. It's stealing your energy. You're not getting the nutrients anyway. You're not getting the nutrients of the other foods that you eat around that for the next few days, because your body is just in this like save. So when you eliminate those kind of foods from your body, which are very individual, you're going to feel better.
So how does someone go and get their allergies tested?
There's online things now that you can do as well. And normally local nutritionists will do it for you. Any local nutritionist has this kind of technology. For me, I actually went down in Hermosa here to the IV solution where we get like the vitamin IVs. Dr. Chris Talley runs that, and he does the nutrition for a lot of the major sports teams. So there's some great base to that as well. And so, my husband had it done too. I let dairy and gluten kind of creep back into my diet because I was like, I don't know if I'm actually allergic to this. And when we got it tested, both of us were allergic to the same foods, which is actually really nice since we eat out together all the time. But he was not working out at all. And he eliminated the dairy and the gluten and lost like 5 pounds in 1 week, and still eats a lot, is not like health conscious, like maybe eating something else bad, but just from eliminating those two things, lost weight very quickly. And for me, I felt like my energy just felt so much better.
What allergies do you have?
I have like dairy and gluten. So the dairy protein is very similar to the gluten protein. So if you can't process that, typically you may not have like celiac or allergic. You might just not be able to digest the gluten protein. But even like peas, asparagus, ginger. And the funny thing is that I never eat a lot of these even healthy foods because I don't feel great after them. So I think it's interesting to be able to tune into your body like that, even though these are healthy foods. For my body, they don't work. Eggs actually don't work, and I don't like them.
True Form Life.
I just want to mention Complete Truth Protein here once again before I let you go. This is a protein supplement we designed ourselves, made with quinoa and hemp seeds, also maca and stevia. We have 2 different types of products. They both have tons of health benefits. You can bake the original bag you can bake with. It's perfect for gluten-free flour. If you're celiac or gluten intolerant, we have tons of recipes on trueformlife.com, which include raw protein balls. People absolutely love these ones. We have pancakes, cookies, muffins, all healthy, all clean ingredients. Dorothy puts these together for us on a weekly basis. So if you head over to trueformlife.com, head over to the recipe section. We have all kinds of recipes on how you can use Complete Truth Protein. It's also a vegan and raw product. So if you have any intolerances or if you have any issues with digestion, this will definitely help you out. Once again, that's trueformlife.com/Complete Truth Protein.
True Form Life.
Isn't it funny, like sometimes we know, like even when we're kids, like we know what we don't like, we know what our body doesn't appreciate, but our parents are like, you eat your eggs or drink that glass of milk. You need your calcium.
Yeah. I actually think there should be one for kids. My daughter has really white skin, and you can see she's had a lot of food allergies, and some will go away. I'll try again, but you can see it on her face. She gets red splotches everywhere right away. Like almost every day there's something. And so I'm like, I just want to get this kid's allergies tested and see how far these extreme allergies are for her right now.
So when it comes to, we went over nutrition and fitness, and when it comes to overall lifestyle, is there anything that we missed that's maybe one of your main messages that you often share with your audience?
Yeah, I think there's 2 things actually. One is coming back to what I said at the beginning, psychology and emotion, and your thoughts are the basis of your health. They're always. And the thoughts that you think about yourself and your surroundings that you're putting out there every day, that's going to help your health more than any workout you can do. If you're sitting there too and you're working out and you're miserable, like it's not going to work. I'm telling you, you have to put the good energy out there, and you're just going to feel better on a daily basis for that. And it's about getting to the root causes of these constant issues, why we repeat bad habits in our life, and how can we turn bad habits into a good habit. So I think mental is the first. And then second is our skincare. I really, truly believe that our skin is our biggest organ, and we've only been taking care of 5% of it. Not only in the sense of vainly, like I don't want to see the fine lines and the wrinkles, so let's start taking care of it in our 20s and 30s to be preventative. But I find that our environment has rapidly changed. I can see the smog layer out there right now in LA. And moving here is, one of the reasons I've noticed it the most. You go back to Colorado or Pittsburgh, you smell this fresh air, you notice the difference here. That we need to think about our skincare in a different way. I think about it like going into war every single day. We found that there's plastics and metals that we're breathing in our air, and that kind of same stuff is attaching to our skin and going directly into our organ. And so we're eating so well, and we're doing this amazing fitness. We're spending so much money, and we're just like leaving it barren for these pollutants. And so we need to put on that protective layer of skincare every day. And I compare it to putting on armor, but you're only putting on a helmet and you're stark naked and you're going into battle. Not as effective. So we need to start thinking about skincare in a different way where it is a full body of skincare.
Awesome. I think that's a fantastic interview. A great time to wrap it up. I know that you have a website and you have a brand. You're all over social media. Can you direct us some more links to where people can find you?
Yeah. Christine Bullock, Bullock in the early 80s spelling, Christine. But it's Christine Bullock on Instagram, christinebullock.com for website, and KAYO Body Care, which is KAYO, for Instagram and for our skincare website as well. But either the fitness, the nutrition, everything is on those two websites.
It seems like you got a lot going on. Do you do your own social media? Is that someone else helping you out now?
I do. I do my own social media. I have someone in now that helps to post them, but I am absolutely very active in every single thing that we put out. We just plan it together. Content, I still write it. And so because it's me and I want to put out, it's still really personal for me. I think it's amazing how businesses grow with that. But for me, I've always just cared about, again, that grassroots, like that one person that I'm speaking to. So I don't really care about the likes, although I should. And sometimes I do, I guess. But I really just want to put good content out there that I believe in.
That's so nice to hear, because I think that when we went back to earlier in the discussion, it's like here, once you get to a level, you're like, here, go ahead and do that. But I think like having that personal connection with the people that you're working with really means a lot. So it's nice to hear.
It goes back to not being the business owner that passes it off.
That's right. It's your problem now.
Yeah.
All right, Christine, thank you so much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure.
It was mine. Thank you so much. And, hope everybody has an amazing day out there. Amazing, healthy, happy day.
True Form Life.
All right, that's going to wrap things up for this edition of nationally syndicated Exploring Mind and Body. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of our True Form Life community. I absolutely love this interview. Christine has so much experience, so much knowledge, so much value. She's been here in the industry for quite some time, and it's clear when you get a chance to sit down and talk with her how much she has to offer. So I'm so grateful for the opportunity for her to sit down and talk with us. You can check out all past shows on exploringmindandbody.com. We have, at least at the time of this recording, over 500 shows recorded on Exploring Mind and Body. I am so proud of that number. Regardless of the downloads, regardless of the different radio stations, we have been able to be here day in and day out 500 times. That's insane. And I couldn't do it without your support, with you guys showing up with your questions and comments, sharing on social media, being here a part of our community. It means the world to me. So if you have any questions or thoughts around holistic health, if you want some more details on a specific topic, there's a very good chance that we've interviewed an expert. So head over to exploringmindandbody.com. You can search there on the website and you'll certainly find what you're looking for. And if not, shoot me a message and say, hey, Drew, I looked through your page, looked through your website, I didn't find a topic on this. I'd love to learn more about it, and I'd be more than happy to bring on a guest or find an expert in that area as well. Check out our brand new Transformations Through Running podcast. I am so excited about this show. It's not just about runners, or not just for runners. I get a chance to share, to go deep into someone's story, which I really love, and they talk about the most challenging time in their running career. So some of the most challenging times in their life and how they got through it, what it was like mentally, physically, how were they able to recover. So this show is more about inspiration, motivation, and help you get through barriers in your life. So anyone could certainly benefit from it, especially if maybe you know some runners, or if you're a runner yourself. Maybe if you're getting into running, this is a great podcast to get you going. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, and a number of other podcasting platforms. So check it out and let me know what you think. Our main website, our main hub, is trueformlife.com. We are specializing more so towards energy and digestion. We have blogs up there. We have recipes up there. We have different workouts. We have our products. We have Complete Truth Protein. We have our magnesium supplement. Both help with energy. Both help with improved digestion. So if you have any issues in this regard, we can certainly help you out. Shoot us a message. Check out all kinds of free information just thrown up there, from videos to blog posts, podcasts, and more at trueformlife.com. Once again, thank you so much for being here. That's it. That's all I got. I'm out of here. As always, I'm your host, Drew Tadia, in health and fitness for a better world. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Exploring Mind and Body with Trueform Life's Drew Tadia, fitness expert. To find out more about the show, Drew Tadia, or to listen to past shows, visit exploringmindandbody.com.